All
Okay,
right,
we
we're
are.
live.
Here we go.
Sammy Guru podcast episode number. What episode is this? 34. I don't
34,
even.
yep.
Sometimes it's hard to remember what episode we're even on. Yeah, I'm live from Las Vegas, and Colin is live remote in
From
an
a parking lot.
undisclosed location. He could
Top secret.
be. He could potentially be mugged at any point. And
You
during the podcast, someone could just walk up and
see somebody like
boom,
bust my window or something, yeah.
try to steal his car and take his phones
Get
and all of
carjacked.
his equipment. Very dangerous. We got a lot of stuff going on today. Tori is not here today because Tori was going to miss the show this week anyway because he was going to a wedding. And so I decided to do it during the daytime because obviously since I'm in Vegas, I'll be doing stuff at night. I figured the daytime would be better. And I was able to wake up. So that's good. You know, I was actually able to
Was able to wake up. It's always good when
get
you
up
wake
by
up.
11 a.m. Getting up by 11 a.m. That's actually the hard part in Vegas is waking up at 11 o'clock in the morning. But I was able to wake up to do the show. Yeah, so we got a lot of interesting news that's happened in the last few days. The big news is last week's show, we were all about the S25 Edge, and it turns out the S25 Edge is not releasing this month after all. Um, Everybody was under the impression that it was coming, um, that it was actually going to be coming this month, like the middle of the month, April 15th. And Samsung has decided at the last minute there is no S25 Edge. Um, oh, thank you, Venom. I come to Vegas fairly often, but yes, I appreciate the. Yeah, you have to be careful when you're out walking the strip for sure. Brett, what's up? D Heeb, you got Josh in the house. Josh is here because it's not 5 in the morning UK time, which is when we usually do it. He's actually here for the show. Larry's here as usual. Foon is here. A lot of people made it. I'm surprised some people made it in the middle of the day. But the S25 Edge is now delayed, and apparently the new date is May 15th. So it's going to be a month delay. There's some debate about whether or not it's a quality issue or it's just Samsung decided to do it for internal reasons. One of those reasons would be the death of their CEO last week. We covered that. That's one reason that people have floated out there. And then another reason that I've heard from a couple of sources that we have is that it could be due to the tariffs that just went into effect yesterday from via the US. Obviously, there's lots of stuff going on that is causing them to reevaluate the pricing, which means the price could be going up even more than
Even more.
even more than they originally thought that it might be. So I think that could be very bad if the price goes up. If it goes up below above 1,000, it's not going to be well. Hey, Obnav's in the house. He's over there running the site. Obnav's holding down the fort at Sammy Guru. What's up, Obnav? He's out there doing some crazy good work over there today. We'll be covering some of the stories that he's been working on. He's never been able to make it for the show, so doing a daytime show allows him to come in and check it out. It's probably like midnight. It's like 11:30 or something right now in India. So Obnav works U.S. daytime, but he's like up till 4 in the morning his time. So I don't know how he does it, but he manages to do it and get all of our stories out along with me and Josh during the daytime. So, yeah, I think if it launches at $10.99, the phone is in a lot of trouble. Who is buying this phone at $10.99? I can't. I mean, besides me and people who need to make content on the phone for their living, But who else is doing this? It's crazy. Right now, we're talking about the S25 Edge delay. Been delayed by a month. Reigning freedom. Samsung delayed the S25 Edge for a month. That's the first delay that we're talking about. Thankfully, there aren't too many other crazy delays. It looks like One UI 7 may not be delayed another month, potentially. Hey, we don't know yet because it hasn't. The official release date hasn't come yet, right? So I
April
don't
6th, they could
know.
be like, you know what? Never mind.
Yeah, they could. You never know. I mean, I don't believe that until I see it. So we'll wait and
That's
see it
supposed to be
next
what,
week.
Monday?
Monday in Korea, yeah. So that would actually be Sunday night in the US. But
We're
it's
not
not
supposed to get
supposed to.
till the 10th, yeah.
Yeah, it's not supposed to come here until the 10th, though. So the US won't get One UI 7 supposedly until the 10th. So we get to wait till next Thursday to find out if they are going to deliver what they said they would deliver. Supposedly, there's going to be another S23 beta, which we reported on yesterday. which is not surprising, I guess, because the S23 is not supposed to get One UI 7 on the first day. It's supposed to get it later in the month. So next week is just the S24 series, Z Fold 6, and the Z Flip 6. It's not coming on Monday in the US. No, it's still coming the 10th. It's still coming the 10th in the US. I don't
Yeah, the
believe that.
7th is the 7th is when it starts rolling out, but that's not for the US.
Yeah, it's not for the US. It'll be on the 10th. The global release starts on Monday. Sorry, Reigning Freedom. It's not the 7th for us. It's going to be Europe and it'll be Korea. Europe and Korea should be on Monday. Potentially just Korea. I'll be honest with you guys. I think it's going to be only Korea on Monday. We'll see. But historically, Korea gets it before anybody. And then maybe Europe. And then maybe the US. And then maybe India. Yeah, all those other bigger regions. But I think maybe Korea goes first. That could be what happens on Monday. The Google Play system update finally came out for the S25 Ultra too. Like that was a delay. Hooray! That has been the delay that has been the other delay that S25 users have been waiting on forever, because ever since we bought the phone, Reigning Freedom, don't trust Samsung support. They'll tell you anything. They'll tell you anything you want to hear. You could go there and ask them. You could say, "Hey, is One UI 7 coming out today?" And they'd be like, "Yes, today, yeah. April 4th. Why not? It's going to roll out later today. Check your phone. You'll be getting that update ASAP." They'll tell you that if you want to hear it. It's not coming on Monday in the US.
Samsung even already published an article that says the 10th in the US. So
yeah, Samsung already published it themselves, but also other sources that we have also confirmed that they don't plan to roll this out globally all at one time, which who would think they would? They never do that. They always do staged releases for different regions, which is stupid. I don't like it, but they don't ever roll out the entire world in one go. It would be nice if they were like, every S24 series device in the world gets a One UI 7 today, but that's just not how they do it. That's how Apple does it. I wish Samsung did it that way. That's one thing they should copy from Apple, because who wouldn't like that? We would all love to get it at the same time.
I just want to point out, I don't know how people do this, like living in their car thing, like 24/7, because I've been here for like 30 minutes and my iPad's like about to die overheating. My iPhone's over here having a heat stroke, being the hotspot. I'm over here about to have a heat stroke.
Colin said,
it's only 80, it's only 80 degrees outside.
Colin said today's podcast is going for an hour only, because he's not going to be able to.
If I suddenly drop out, my iPhone overheated. If I literally drop out, I overheated.
Uh-oh. Don't do that. Don't dehydrate and die during the show, Colin. Don't do that. That wouldn't be a good thing.
Do you guys, does SammyGuru have workers comp insurance, or?
Oh, sure. We'll help you out. We'll get someone to come down there and put some water, throw some water on you, give you some water, give you an IV to rehydrate you. But yeah, I mean, the Google Play system update, a lot of people got it and then they're like, what's in it? Is it really very exciting? Well, probably from your perspective, really it's not, because I made a video on it, and basically it's a bunch of features that support the Play Store and a lot of the Google services for Android. So it has to do with like Google Wallet, like the type of recommendations and content you see in the Play Store. It has to do like with the instant hotspot feature, which we did talk about last week. And I also made a video on that yesterday, which is done absolutely terribly. It was one of my best videos I've made in a while that actually had interesting features. And of course, YouTube just completely tanks it. Anytime I make something that's actually got decent information, if I just like make a video on an update that's like garbage, they'll give it like 50,000 views. Like, oh, here's a couple updates. They just have a few bug fixes, nothing interesting. YouTube's like, all right, let's put this in Google search results and put it in the Discover feed. If I make something about interesting updates, like, we'll just let a few YouTube search views, maybe give it 3,000 views, 5,000 views. They're like, sure, this guy's, he doesn't deserve any views for that. Yes, Josh, be very careful. You be very careful. When Samsung says from April 7th, you should be skeptical if they even mean from April 7th. But they definitely don't mean everybody's getting on the 7th. I don't even necessarily. Yes, the 10th in the US. That's right. Lucky. It'll be the 10th in the US. It starts the 7th in Korea. So probably if you're in Korea on Monday in Korea, you can wake up and download it on your S24. I believe that, because they usually give great white glove service to Korea. But I don't think we're going to get it here definitely on Monday, and who knows, it might be a few days after the 10th. Sometimes for other regions, they say that, and then it comes a couple days later. Last year, I think we got One UI 6.1.1 came a few days after they said the US was going to get it originally, the people on the community forums. They didn't do a big press release for One UI 6.1.1 because it wasn't as big of an update as One UI 7. They kind of had to make a press release because people wanted to know what's going on. What else? So S25 Edge, I mean, I'm disappointed that it's delayed because I was looking forward to having another phone to play around. Yes, April 1st. April 1st. I don't know if you guys saw, but we started our iPhone mystery box program on April 1st as well. We'll be giving out a phone case, cleaning kit, desktop phone stand, and a free coupon for a 90-minute session with a local therapist to help reevaluate your life choices. So anybody who has an iPhone can get in on that. It'll be at SammyGuru.com/April Fools. You know what I mean? Yeah, Colin should sign up for that. He should get that. I mean, honestly, you gotta be honest. The 90-minute coupon, I mean, the coupon for 90-minute therapy session, that's worth like $500. So people should get in on that. A 90-minute therapy session is not cheap. So it's actually a really good value. I mean, if you have an iPhone, you probably need it. So you should definitely get that. Oh, here's the other delay I wanted to talk about. Let me share this window because people keep asking me about this. And so I had the writers write a piece on this just so we could address it. Not that there's really any specific news to share. And that is, when is the GoodLock global update coming? So let me quickly go to this article. Samsung announced that GoodLock was going to go global coming up this year, and we haven't seen it happen yet. So people keep asking us, when is it going to go global? So I had Sumit write this up, kind of our thoughts on it based on all the information we have. They announced this in May 2024. GoodLock went on the Play Store. Samsung then said in January 2025 that GoodLock would roll out globally. However, they basically were telling us that once One UI 7 goes stable, that's when they'll start pushing GoodLock. So I think we're assuming that GoodLock will arrive in all global markets once the One UI 7 rollout has finished. And as you know from what we were just talking about, when should you expect it to finish? Well, since it's not going to start until next week, and all of the models aren't going to get it for several months, it probably won't be finished rolling out until June, probably, is my guess. So maybe the GoodLock will go global like June 2025, somewhere around there. That's my guess, because they're probably going to roll that out once One UI 7 stable is complete for all phones that can run GoodLock, which is pretty much everything. I don't know. Which phones can't run GoodLock? I don't know. I've never tested it on the A series, I'll be honest. Can the A series run GoodLock? I always just assumed they could, but I guess I haven't.
Yeah, I never looked. I don't really think they have. I think it's just more software based. If it's on the right version of One UI, I don't think the hardware really. Yeah, let's see.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, just dying too. We're all just gonna croak on the stream.
1 second. Oh,
Cops be driving by too, so maybe I'll get arrested. Let's see.
Okay. All right, sorry. I got a bit of a cold on the way up to Vegas, and so I've been trying to deal with it. I didn't want to cancel doing the podcast, but I'm trying to deal with the cold that I have in the process. So yeah, I'm assuming. Oh, Josh is giving us some info. Let's see what he says here. Prior versions of One UI Core, GoodLock would not work. And but it does work in the A series right now, Josh. I should test on my A36, but I assume a lot of the GoodLock features work. Maybe not all of them. I'm okay, Big. I'm good. I'm good. Thank you. Yeah, I have a bit of a cold. I was gonna be like, I could cancel the podcast, but I'm not gonna cancel on you guys. You know, that's not my style. I like to do it if I can. If I can do it, I'll suffer through it. Yeah, I don't know. If anyone has an A series phone tell us what works in good lock. I'll try this after the show on my A36 and my A56 and just see what happens there. But I'm assuming that the rollout will probably happen sometime in June for the global. And I know a lot of people want to know about this. So there's another delay. We promised you delays today, so I'm delivering all the delays that I can think of. What else do we got? Let's go through anything else breaking on the news this morning. There's a couple of other interesting stories. Oh, Goodlock got an update too, by the way, this morning, which I was going to make a video on this. There's a couple of other Goodlock updates that came out too. It's very short, 2 entries here that were here. It supports the instant appless sync after OS upgrade. This is pretty nice. Instant appless sync, which means all of your different apps that you have for Goodlock will sync immediately after you update to the new version. Goodlock will refresh and fetch the latest list of all the modules in the Galaxy Store. This way, you don't have to go and like search for them. This is a pretty useful update that Samsung probably should have, implemented a while ago. And that just is rolling out now. I don't actually have it yet. I don't think. Do you have it yet, Colin? Have you gotten this update? I don't think I've gotten it yet. Let me see.
What version is it?
It's version 3.0.11.1. No, I don't have it yet, but it is indeed a. Someone banned this guy. I've actually lost about 30 pounds, but I appreciate it. Trolls, man. Get rid of that guy. Anyway,
I'm on 3.0.10.4.
Oh, yeah. That's the older version. This is on APK Mirror, though. They do have it on APK Mirror.
Update on there.
Here. Let's see. I think they have it on APK Mirror. Let's check. This is... No, actually, they don't. I don't know if anyone uploaded this APK. I don't think it's in our article, though. Let me see here. Let's go back to... Let's see. Yeah, if you click here, you'll find it in the Galaxy Store, but that doesn't mean it's available on your phone. I don't think we linked to an APK, so maybe if someone has this, they can share it. I don't know if you should check it out. We're not going to turn this into a political stream today, man. What is going on? I don't want to turn it into a political stream, man. So, no, thank you. Sorry. Rob, it's fine. Your comment's fine. But the other guy, with his other stupid comment, ban that guy. We're definitely not. This is not a political channel. And I don't also want to get hit with demonetization properties for turning this into a political thing because YouTube likes to demonetize you for that. So I'm going to keep it to Samsung because that's what we're here to keep it going. If it's relevant to Samsung, that's fine. Like the tariffs are relevant to Samsung, but in terms of pricing for phones, but that's about it. So otherwise, the Goodlock update should be rolling out soon. I don't have an APK. Maybe Josh has one. Josh, do you have an APK for this? He seems to always have APKs. Tarun might have one too on X. I'll have to check and see. I was going to make a video on this from Vegas if I get a chance later today. So we'll see if I can sideload that. And if I do, then I'll try to make a video for that later today. What else we got? S25 DRAM. That's some financial news, which isn't necessarily the most exciting. Oh, Galaxy A55 users got the One UI 7 beta. I probably should have led with this. This is useful news for people who have the A55. Samsung expanded the beta program. And so the beta program is now available for the A55. You can test it out. It's probably good if you want One UI 7 right now to test it out because the A series is probably not going to get this update for a few. It might not even get it until May. Who knows? I mean, I know Samsung published the schedule, but it probably won't get it until May sometime. So if you want to test out One UI 7 right now, probably be a good idea to go ahead and just try the beta. I've heard from people who've tried it that's pretty stable. It's rolling out in the South Korea first, and then India and the UK. This phone is not available in the US. They didn't sell it in the US, just like the A56 isn't available in the US. And so obviously no one in the US is going to have this beta update. How's your hotspot doing over there, Colin?
Oh, it's hot, all right.
Yeah, it's hot. I figured it'd be.
And this cop keeps driving by, so.
Uh-oh. So speaking of tariffs, like I said, we can talk about tariffs if they're relevant to Samsung. Research suggests that the tariffs could raise prices on Samsung flagships as much as $200 due to the tariffs that were imposed on Taiwan, Vietnam, etc., which is some of Samsung's biggest partners. If you look at your Samsung phone, you'll notice a lot of times they say made in Vietnam, in fact, on the parts and all that stuff. So the tariffs could raise the price of the S26 Ultra. However, I don't think Samsung will allow it to go up $200. I could be wrong. I kind of feel like Apple and Samsung will try to limit the increase of the flagships to about $100 because typically, right? Typically, they don't like to raise prices more than $100 year over year. Even though the tariffs obviously are pressuring them to do things, I still
No,
don't
wait,
think they'll raise it $200.
you
I don't know.
said
What do you
Korea.
think,
That's
Tom?
not, is there going to be a tariff for that?
No, not tariffs on Korea, on Vietnam.
Oh, oh, is there?
Yeah.
Oh, dang, I thought it was like China. And...
Well, no, a bunch of places got tariffs. Taiwan, a bunch of them. See right here. Vietnam, 46% tariff. Sumit linked to it right there.
Oh, yeah.
Vietnam's getting a massive tariff too. Taiwan, all these places are getting massive tariffs. So those are all going to potentially put pressure on the phone's prices, but hopefully not more than $100. And also keep in mind that people usually pay for things on a payment plan in the US. So it's not going to drive your payment plan cost up by more than maybe
Couple
five
bucks.
to $7. So it's probably not going to drive down purchasing a lot of phones, but at least not in the US. It might drive down purchasing a lot in other countries where they all just buy it outright. You heard the S26 Ultra might not have the S Pen. It's possible that it might not. We reported that yesterday. The S Pen basically could be removed for a bigger battery, which would be, maybe a lot of people want that. So
I
we'll have to.
say they leave the S Pen and use the silicon carbon technology and win-win.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand. If they're using the silicon carbide technology, why can't we get great battery life and keep the S Pen? We should be able to do both.
Because
Because
that
from
One
all
Plus has
accounts,
a big battery, and that phone's what, thinner than the Ultra.
yeah. The OnePlus 13
So they
Pro
could,
has amazing battery life. I've been using
yeah.
that for as well. I've still got it. It's very good. Larry, yes, I still cannot get the floating icon in Pentastic. Pentastic got an update that lets you customize your floating icon for the S Pen. I still cannot get it in the S25 Ultra. I only have it on the S24 Ultra on the beta, which is unfortunate. Galaxy Buds 3 Pro removed ultra clear calling. Is that true? When? Okay, I'll take a look at that. I'll actually write that down because that would be a pretty big removal. When did you notice that? Let's take. I'll take a note. We can take a look at this. I have my buds with me in Vegas. We'll look into it. If that happened, then we'll write an article about that because I don't think I've seen anybody else write about that. They will raise the price or cut costs further, so at least one hardware feature is going to be cut. I agree with you, Josh. The only other option is they're going to cut features, but I don't feel like the S Pen really is going to cut. If they take the S Pen out, does that really cut? Does that really cut the cost that much? Not really. Does it cut the cost that much at all?
What's an S Pen cost to make? A couple cents.
Yeah, and plus, if they change their processing to remove the S Pen, that might actually cost more because they already have the manufacturing process to do the S Pen silo and all that. So it might actually drive up the cost more. I don't know. I agree with you, though. Some stuff is going to get cut if they don't raise the price. I just don't know what. You know what's probably going to get cut is they were probably planning to upgrade the camera hardware, and they're going to be like, oh, we'll just keep the same camera
Leave
for
that
the
for another
fifth
year.
year. Yeah, for the 5th year in a row. Why not? Who cares? The camera, no one cares about that. 5 years with the
If
same
they
sensor.
if they save their money from what they saved from the Bluetooth S Pen, they could just leave the cost the same and just take it out of savings.
Well, Reigning Freedom, I appreciate the tip. We will write on that. I didn't know the Buds 3 Pro removed ultra clear calling. I didn't see anybody else write about that. Wrist check. My watch is over here. Actually, people wanted to see the room. I'll show you guys the room real quick. Let me see real quick.
Room tour.
People wanted to see the room. So let's see here. This is we're in the Sky Suites at Aria. We've got like this living room area. This is the doorway. You come in through the doorway. So here's the room. I'm taking my laptop around. It's not the greatest camera. So you come through the doorway here. You've got like a living room area here with a Samsung TV right there. Then if you go this way, you've got a kitchen over here with like a bar area. You've got a separate bathroom here that attaches to the living room. You've got a dining room in this suite. Very nice little dining room action. You've got, let's see. We've got a nice view of the strip over here. It's daytime, so it's kind of hard to obviously see anything too exciting, but you've got a nice view of the strip right here. The front drive of the Aria, the Cosmopolitan, MGM Grand right here. Planet Hollywood across there. And then once you go back around the kitchen area, this suite has 2 bedrooms. I don't know why they gave us a 2-bedroom. It's just me and my wife. They upgraded I only booked a 1-bedroom, but they gave us an upgrade. This is what the bedroom looks like. This is the one we're not using, is this one. Got nice chairs, and you've got a nice big bathroom with a separate spa towel tub and like a nice like rain style shower. So that's pretty much it.
Unfortunately, I'm in the Porsche today. My Lambo's actually in the shop, so we're in the Porsche today. But
you're in the Porsche today. The Lambo's in the shop.
Yeah.
Well, that happens. Actually, Lamborghinis require a lot of maintenance, so
yeah,
it's understandable.
Just got it last week and broke already.
So there's the room, but yeah, my watch is sitting in our room. The other room looks exactly the same. That's the one we're staying in, and all of our stuff is in there. So my wife is like, if you show them the room, don't show them our side. Show them the empty room, the bedroom we're not using. So I was like, okay, we'll do that. But yeah, it's nice. We come pretty often. I come for CES every year, so the people at the Aria are pretty nice to us, and give us some nice upgrades and stuff since we come quite a few times. Is the S25 Ultra getting an update next week too? Maybe a battery percentage animation fix? The update for April is going to be huge for the S25 Ultra. We don't know exactly when it's coming, but not only is it going to bring better battery life and optimizations, most likely, it's also going to bring new One UI 7 features like the the media player in the live notifications. Also, we discovered inside of the Now Brief settings on the S24 Ultra, there's a couple of really cool new features that are coming to the Now Brief. Let me see if I can find this. I got to search for it real quick. Let me search Now Brief. Also, I'll give a little update on the site stuff, maybe a little bit too, if anyone cares. It's been quite an adventure with this. That's because it's 2 words. My bad. Now Brief. Now Brief. Here we go. Battery status and blocked messages may appear in the Now Brief. So if you look in the One UI 7 Beta 6 on the S24 Ultra, you'll notice if you use Activity Launcher to look at the Now Brief, it has 2 features that are not available on the S25 Now Brief. And that is the battery status and block messages. So these are not on the S25 Ultra, but they are in the Beta 6 for S24. Those could potentially be coming with the next S25 Ultra update, which would be this month. The update this month should bring those features. So that's pretty exciting. If you're an S25 user, you should get new features as well as improvements. The April update, here's my hypothesis. I don't know if you agree with this, Colin, but I feel like the S25 series has been on the beta version since we bought it. And the April update is going to be the stable update for the S25 series as well. That's what I think.
Yeah, I think they had a separate build they were kind of working on in the background, so they had something to launch it with.
Yeah.
And I think that's why the other devices were starting to see things like the music player and the charging animation fixed. I think because those already had builds in progress, whereas this they were kind of waiting on getting it out and then updating it.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I feel like too. I agree with you. I think they had to release the S25 with One UI 7 because they couldn't not. That would be embarrassing. That would be what I call pulling an apple. Yeah, Beta 1, exactly. One UI 7 Beta 1 is what we got on S25 series from the beginning. The only thing they didn't do Which the most puzzling thing to me still about One UI 7 is, why do we have a completely different sized battery icon on the S25 versus the beta versions of the S24? This
I
battery
wonder if
icon
it's
is
the I wonder if the rounded display on this has something to do with some of that build stuff not being
maybe.
optimized
And
until the
also,
phone came out.
you know what? You know what? Someone else, actually, someone gave me a good idea. I think it was Sumit. I don't remember who told me this, but I think I do now understand the reason now that I think of it. Someone told me this. I do way too much Samsung stuff, so I cannot remember who told me this. I was talking to someone. I think the reason they made the battery icon shorter and fatter is because, if you have like a live notification over here, it takes up space in the status bar. So like if you have a
Mhm.
music live notification, it's got to push it over. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
The music live notification's a little bit wider. So basically, that means that if you have the music live notification, your battery icon and some of these status icons, they might have to be smaller and kind of more compressed so that you can
yeah.
see that information. So that could be why. So we might actually, I know a lot of people are going to not want to hear this. You might actually see the fatter icon on the S25 series once we get the media player live notifications.
Hmm.
Which actually makes a lot of sense to me. So I don't remember who said that, but it makes a lot of sense. The media player live notifications could have something to do with that. Although the fat icon has been there for quite a few betas, so I don't know. I'm just trying to make sense of the nonsense that Samsung does all the time. Now Brief's coming to the S24 Ultra with a stable release. Well, we don't know that yet, Paul. That's what people think because it's inside the source code and we can see it with Activity Launcher. That doesn't mean they're going to enable it. There's no guarantees of that. I'll say I'm still 50-50 on that. I won't even put it at better than 50-50. Just because it's in the source code doesn't mean they're going to enable it. But it could, certainly could. The S25
That's true.
so far get the short end of the stick regarding features. Yeah, but it also has some features that other phones don't have. So, I mean, I'm not super upset. I mean, I'm a little upset because I bought a phone for a lot of money and 3 months ago almost, and it doesn't have all the features yet that it should. But it's I don't know. I mean, there's nothing
Yeah,
to do
I
about
mean,
it.
even if you bought an iPhone, you'd be in the same boat. So I guess,
Exactly. And with the iPhone, I'd even have less features because it has
Mhm.
iOS. And I can do basically nothing that I want to do with iOS. I can't multitask. All the
Mhm.
stuff I do on my Samsung phone that lets me get work done, I can't do on an iPhone. And I have an iPhone. I'm using it. I have one right here. I use it for the
Oh
audio.
my!
I plug my
I think this
Rode
hotspot's
mic in
gonna
here.
melt my skin off the back of it.
Yeah. People are like, you don't have an iPhone, Jeff. How can you talk? I do have an iPhone specifically for that reason. So when people say, Jeff, you don't know anything about the iPhone, well, I do. I use one all the time just so I can compare it to Samsung and say how much I hate it. Because if I didn't have an iPhone, no one would believe me when I say that it's not my favorite product. They'd be like, why don't you try one? Can't wait for the One UI 7 on Monday. Well, are you in Korea, Josiah? Because if you're not in Korea, it's not coming on Monday. We talked about that already. I don't want to. I don't want people to get their hopes up. I'm trying to give them the truth, and the truth is, it's
everybody
not
on
coming.
everybody on Mondays is just gonna be refreshing their updates.
Yeah, on Monday, everyone's going to be like, that guy at Sammy Guru, Jeff Springer, he told me it was coming on Monday. I'll be like, I never said that.
I know he said UK.
They'll be
Yeah, he
like,
has a
oh,
chance.
okay, the UK. Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, maybe on Monday for you guys. I still don't 100% believe Samsung until it happens, but okay. There you go. I just don't want to spread hope for other people who read this later. And they're like, yeah, that guy told me it's coming Monday. And I'll be like, wait, I never said that. Someone in the chat said it, and you just believe that it was for your country. What's up, Sean? How are you? Do you use Promo to take pictures? I do. I actually use Expert Raw for all my photos on the S25 Ultra because I found the processing to be just better. And now that we actually made a post the other day, let me see if I can find it. Expert Raw is getting adaptive pixel 200 megapixel mode. This is going to be a game changer. I think I talked about it on the podcast last week, maybe. This is going to be a game changer, this update right here. Adaptive pixel support for Expert Raw. Obnav wrote this last weekend. This is going to be huge. So you'll be able to use adaptive pixel even at 200 megapixel mode. And of course, you can use, all your other features inside of Expert Raw as well. And in addition to getting a regular RAW photo, you get a computational RAW JPEG, which basically uses RAW and then does some post-processing to kind of get, some beautiful photos. I recommend Expert RAW. If you don't feel like you're getting the best out of the stock camera, just give it a try. and see if you like it. But I can certainly do a tutorial. I have more camera tutorials planned. I definitely will do more. And in fact, where you could find those tutorials, will you put the SammyGuru channel in the chat, Colin?
Mm-hmm.
You can go subscribe to the SammyGuru channel, which we've already got like 130 subscribers over there. We posted a full unboxing video of the 3-in-1 Qi 2 charger, which a lot of people have actually been watching that, so I appreciate that. Slim chance the UK gets it on Monday. Yeah, I wouldn't keep my hopes up either, Josh. I don't think the UK will get it Monday, but never know. Could be wrong. We're going to get to the point where Samsung and apps are playing it safe because they're so big. Oh, Apple.
iPad is
Oh, yeah, for sure. Samsung and Apple definitely are not taking big risks because they don't have to right now because there's no real competition. Here's the channel right here. If you guys aren't watching it on our channel, you can go check out the SammyGuru channel. We're live streaming over there too. This the same stream. We'll have a lot of different content over there. So we'll have, some stuff that's not on my channel will go on the SammyGuru channel. We'll have some hardware stuff, some camera stuff. I'm gonna bring some more video people on. Colin might even start doing a few little long form stuff for us, like some accessory reviews or something. I might have him do some of that kind of stuff over there. So we might do some various stuff that I just don't put on my channel because YouTube doesn't recommend it. So I'm gonna just throw whatever stuff I don't want to put on my channel that I don't think fits on my channel because people expect software videos all the time, updates and stuff. We'll put it over there. So using the S25 Plus One UI 7. Yeah, One UI 7 works well in the S25. It's just there's a lot of disjointed features and stuff that's not the same as the current beta. So people are like, why are the betas better than the stable? And that's what's confusing, I think. Just click, snap, and pray. That is indeed that's a good strategy with the Samsung camera. But with Expert RAW, you can do that a little bit more precisely, I think. Do you think they'll kick you off the blackjack and roulette tables if I use Gemini? Maybe. I've been playing slots. You asked me if I won anything, Foon. I did win something last night. I won. Let me see something. Hold on. We won one jackpot when we got here on our free play.
That's rich, man.
We won $1,700 on Mystery of the Lamp. Probably can't see it because it's green.
Can you pay my Lambo shop bill?
Lambo shop bill? I think that'll be a little more than $1,710.
It's just an oil change, but it's gonna be like $5,000.
I think maybe, it's probably gonna need like a factor of 10. But if I win 17,000, then I'll consider helping out with that. But we didn't play for about like an hour last night. We won that, and then we got some dinner and we went to sleep. My wife is at the spa right now. She's doing a massage and a facial, so she doesn't get back for a few hours. Then we'll do some more stuff today.
Still can't figure out why you didn't want to go.
Huh?
I said I still can't figure out why you didn't want to go to that.
Why I didn't want to go? I mean, I don't mind.
Your nails did or something?
I mean, I don't mind going to the spa. It's just we were doing the podcast, and I mean, I have other work to do. You're going to the local casino? All right, Foon. Let's go. Hit some jackpots. I've only won a grand jackpot. Huh?
I said turn the AC on, hoping my iPad cools down. The screen just dimmed by like 3 notches.
Uh-oh. Your iPad said this remote podcast on location is just not.
Yeah, it's just I don't know how people do like the news and stuff like with the live thing because like phone overheating, iPad overheating. It's only 80 degrees outside.
Yeah, if you were doing this in Arizona, you would be
How do people use their phones in Arizona? Yeah, I was about to ask that.
Yeah, you would be dead. Oh, yeah, during the summer, if you leave your phone on the seat in your car when you're driving for like more than a minute and a half, you'll get one of those things that says it's turning off.
Temperature.
Like you can't leave your Galaxy phone on the seat in Arizona. It's like shutting down. I have a little thing that I use that has like a shade screen for my phone, and I put it on a stand that's right next to the air vent, so it's got the cold air going on the phone the whole time. You have to. It's not because I want the phone on a stand. It's because if I put it anywhere else, it's gonna turn off from overheating. So I can't use Android Auto if I don't put it like right against the air vents, which is insane. What else we got? What else we got in terms of news? I'm trying to see. There's some other news that came out. I'm trying to think what else we haven't talked about. Let's go back to the homepage and see what's going on. So I was going to tell people, you can also get ChatGPT Plus for free. Obnob just wrote this, but you have to do a few things to get it. There's a few terms and conditions. But if you want to try ChatGPT Plus for free, you can get it if you're an eligible college student in the U.S. or Canada.
Dang it.
So
click on a college.
You can do it through Sheer ID. It makes sense because they want to get college students in there so they'll pay because they know that the college students want to cheat on their homework. You know what I mean?
That is true.
Which is true. That's what happened when I was teaching as a professor. They were all cheating using ChatGPT. You got to get one of those fans, then gaming phones fans. Yeah, you need one, Colin. You're gonna need a.
I'm not going outside again after this. Really, the only reason I did this was to do this visible hotspot test. But really, the only reason I did the visible hotspot test was because they're painting my house today, and I don't like being home with people. I don't know.
Colin said he's never going outside again after this.
I'm just gonna be
Ice Universe lost his account on X, by the way. We posted this because I don't know why this embedded post doesn't work. Why did that happen? Maybe this post got taken down. I'll try to figure that out. I don't know why this didn't.
Did he get it back yet, or is it still messed up? Because I noticed I saw it yesterday, and the hacker only posted like one post about some
crypto
coin thing. Yeah.
We updated this. We updated it yesterday. He said on Instagram he still hadn't got his post back, his account back. Right here. Haven't recovered my account. Hackers have started to operate it. Please don't be deceived and don't interact. So yeah, be careful. Ice Universe, he's been hacked, and it looks like he's going to lose his account. So he's on Weibo. He's on Instagram. Hopefully he'll just start a new X account. Obviously everyone will follow him, but that really sucks that he lost his account. We reported on this mainly because I didn't want our readers to get scammed because a lot of people within the Samsung community, obviously they trust him, and he obviously doesn't want people to get scammed either. So I just wanted to let people know what was going on. Oh, Samsung launched the Tab S10 FE and FE Plus. They launched it in India, but also in the US too. So that is live. You can go and pre-reserve them and get a $50 bonus credit. So if you're interested in getting the Tab S10 FE or FE Plus, these are available now. D-Heave, that's a good question. I actually was thinking about making a video about Samsung Flow. So I might actually do that because that's something I haven't ever really made a video about, but I think it would be very interesting to make a video on that. So I will add that right now to my top of my video queue list for long form. And I think we'll do that. It's on sale Thursday. You're going to get the Tab S10 FE. Brett, make sure that you go through our link. I'll send you a case. SammyGuru Rewards is not live yet because my developer completely screwed me. I was going to give the update on that. I guess I will. The developer basically has not responded. I've fired the guy. I got my money back for doing it because I did it through a platform where I could get my money back. And now I've hired someone who is more reliable, an agency that I already work with for managing our server on SammyGuru. And they're much more reliable. We're going to use them going forward. They're much more expensive too, but if you want to get good work, you've got to pay for it. I guess I learned my lesson. We also moved the website to a private VPS server. We were on a shared server up until Wednesday evening. We moved it to a private server, so it should be a lot faster these days, and it should be able to handle a lot more traffic when we get to the launches. If you guys remember the S25 launch, everybody tried to go on there for the mystery boxes, and the website went, it died.
Nope.
And so I upgraded it to a private VPS so that we don't have that issue again. We have load balancing, so now everybody should be able to get their mystery boxes. What's Samsung Flow? You guys don't know about Samsung Flow? Do you know about Samsung Flow, Colin? Have you ever used it before?
Is that the thing where you can get your notifications on the other device?
Samsung Flow is a way that lets you have a seamless experience across all devices. So like you can go between your Galaxy Book, your Tab, and your phone.
I used I used it because I can see my phone screen on my tab.
Yeah. You can move your window from your phone to your tablet. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And then I got annoying getting the same notifications all over the place. And I was I don't need this.
I'm going to be getting the Tab S10 FE probably as well. I can't decide if I'm going to get the Plus or not. I don't need another massive tablet. I have a Tab S9 FE. I'll probably trade that in because I don't need it in the long term and get the Tab S10 FE. They're giving good trade in. I usually keep that one because it's the only reasonable size tablet that Samsung makes that's got decent specs. All the other ones are like super sized tablets that I can only really use for watching
TV
media
screens.
and yeah, and maybe taking some notes, but you know. Samsung Flow, yes, it lets you move your windows between all of your devices. Yeah, that's going to be a big upgrade right there, Brett. Trading in the A9 Plus, hell yeah, that'll be a great upgrade. Yeah, I was going to do actual mystery boxes for the Tab S10 FE, but I realized not enough people will order it. But if anyone's going to order one, hit me up. You can use our link, and I'll send you a free case. I did order some cases, but I only ordered a small number of cases because, I mean, not enough people are going to order it to do official mystery boxes. We're doing very well, Skulls Playlist. How are you? Remember when Max Weinbach said Apple Intelligence was the best? Uh-oh. We might have to get Max Weinbach back on the podcast. He was on the show like in November last year, and he said Apple Intelligence was going to be the greatest of all time. He said Apple Intelligence. He said you guys need to go and just understand that like Apple is taking Apple Intelligence to the next level. Yes, Josh. Samsung Flow is awesome. I use it. I've been meaning to make a video on it. I think I will. I added it to my list, so I'm glad. Who reminded me of that? Who reminded me of that? Thank you. D-Heeb. Appreciate that. Because I had an idea to do that for a while. We might put that, you know where that's going to go? That's going to go on the Sammy Guru channel. Because that's something that will definitely tank on my channel. YouTube will be like, no, this is garbage. This is not what you're supposed to be doing. But if I put it on Sammy Guru, maybe someone will actually see it. Any docks out there for tabs? Docks out there? You mean like
like docking stations?
Docking station? I don't know of one. Do you, Colin? For a Samsung tab? That would be a cool idea, though.
I mean, they have the like USB-C stuff, but like other than that, I mean, that's all universal.
Yeah. Apple Intelligence will be great in 2046, probably. Yeah. Give them 20 years. They'll perfect it. And then they'll just keep putting out the same features every year. PhoneLink is nice too. We actually just published another article about PhoneLink. PhoneLink re-enabled the ability to get your private notifications mirrored. Because actually, this is the reason I didn't use PhoneLink. Let me pull up this article. PhoneLink wouldn't show your sensitive phone notifications for a while, so I stopped using it. But Microsoft just issued an update, and now you can get your sensitive notifications again. So it wouldn't let you get like sensitive messages and stuff for a while, but now you're able to do it again. So if you used PhoneLink, that's probably a very useful thing to have. I started using some of Samsung's own like features because Samsung has a lot of stuff on Galaxy that like duplicates PhoneLink. So you really have to choose like, do you want to use Samsung stuff or do you want to use the Windows version? I feel like most people probably use PhoneLink just because when you have a PC, it asks you to set it up. Like when it's out of the box, it says set this up. Anything once it's online, it's just like people saying Apple can't be hacked, but all the jailbreaks. The jailbreak.
It's not really hacking.
Yeah. I mean, not really. I don't know if that's hacking because you're doing it yourself, right? When you jailbreak something,
you're finding.
No one's hacking your phone.
It's finding exploits in the OS, but the reason you don't see jailbreaks on new phones and new OSs is because it takes so long to find the exploit. It's all outdated by the time it's found, and then if it is anything current, it gets patched. So that's why you can't really jailbreak anything within the past, that's recent.
Share your thoughts on Discord if you haven't. Yes, Spoon, I know I've abandoned the Discord. I'm going to get back to that. Good. I've got a lot of projects. And that's my number one criticism from my wife is that I just start too many projects and then I don't have time to finish them all. But the Discord, we will make the Discord great again, I promise you. It's just I've had to do a bunch of other stuff, including trying to get the website to where it needs to be because the website's getting a lot of traffic now, and it's worth investing a lot of time into that to make sure the website.
Might have to hop off here. My iPad is still trying to.
All right, that's fine. Well, let's do 2 trivia questions.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, everyone, since I'm out of town, I won't be back till Tuesday. I'm gonna do some shipping early next week when I get back. So 2 trivia questions. This week, maybe this week I'll send Amazon gift cards because I already need to send one other prize. I need to send the A36 that Ramius won. I think he's the one who won the A36 on X. I got to send that out when I get back. So I still got one thing to ship. I don't want two more things to ship. Those people who won last week, remember, I have to do the video on those power banks, and then I'll send them on April 11th because I have to publish the video first. And then I'll send out those power banks you guys won from Basis. Go ahead, Colin. You want to put your question in the chat.
Yep, ready to go. Let's see. What hotspot am I using for this stream?
Colin's trying to give away free $25 Amazon gift cards.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't really say it that much. We didn't really. You had to be here at the beginning to know.
Oh, did you say it only once?
Yeah, I don't think I really mentioned it that much.
Which hotspot is he using? Which carrier, I guess you mean, right?
It's one of Jeff's partners.
Yeah, which carrier is he using? It's one of the new partners for SammyGuru.
By the way, the hotspot's working great. It's just Apple products and the heat apparently don't get along very well.
I haven't seen any drop frames, really. Oh, that's a good guess, Josh, but no. It is a Verizon MVNO though.
No. I have the Leica Sim in the Leica Sim's in the S25 Ultra, but it's not the hotspot.
It's not Mint. Mint is no more.
Mint's dead to him. Well, they're still a company, just not with Jeff. Spectrum. What? You partner with Spectrum? Oh, there we go.
Someone got it? Who got it? Oh, this guy, Ramius won. He won the A36, and now he's getting a $25 Amazon gift card.
I'm using Visible Plus Pro, their new plan. Unlimited hotspot, 15 megabits per second. Unlimited data on both their 5G and 4G and the ultra wideband. So they've got unlimited on all of it now.
So looks like he's going to be able to get himself a case to go with his A36 or something on Amazon. I'm sure you can get you can probably get a good Galaxy A36 case for $25. So email me, jeff@sammyguru.com. I'm going to catch up on my shipping when I get back next week. It's been a busy few weeks here, but
Jeff needs email me. Warehouse.
Okay, I've got a question here. Got a big question here. Trying to think. Oh, here we go. Here's a question. This is one you can look up on the site, really, because I'm referencing an article that we cited earlier in the show.
I'm interested to see how much data this uses. Visible finally shows you how much data you've used in the app now. Of course, they give you that feature now that you have unlimited data on literally all their, no matter what you're on, 5G or 5G ultra wideband.
This is something you can look up. It's a pretty easy one. You win way too much, yes. Actually, I'm not sure if I like this question. Hold on a second. I'm trying to think. I'm not sure I like this question because it could have some tough interpretations. Trying to decide. I don't want to do another question about that because I did it last week. Okay, let's try this. Okay, so going in the chat now. What is the rumored maximum price increase on Samsung flagships due to the recent tariffs on Vietnam? This is the number cited in the article. So it has to be the one in the article. Sumit said, here is the maximum amount. Uh-oh. Wow, everybody. D-Heeb is the winner again. The great D-Heeb wins again.
You're just going to have to send him like a prize pack at this point.
4 people got all of it, got it at the same time. But I have to go by what's first on my side. Is D-Heeb first on your side, Colin?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right. because it was a 4-way tie. But Josh, you can't win. You work here. No, I'm just kidding.
Wait, I could have been winning this whole time?
Colin could be winning the whole time. He could just answer his own questions, and then he could win. Oh, you want me to give it to someone who hasn't won before? I'll do it. Brett has never won before. Brett's never won before. I don't think you've ever won, have you, Brett?
I've never seen Brett before.
I don't think Brett's ever won before. You can email me then, jeff@sammyguru.com. Thank you, D-Heeb. That's very nice of you. I mean, we do it every week, so you'll win again, I'm sure. Yeah. Okay. Brett's gonna email me then. Yes, D-Heeb, your power bank will go out on the 11th. Brett's never won before. So go ahead and email me, and I'll send you that. I'll probably do it later tonight when we get back from doing some stuff in Vegas. I'm just kidding, Josh. You can play since you don't know the questions. I don't care.
It depends on how much Jeff wins when he's out tonight, whether you're getting a prize tonight or not.
That's not true. I will send the prize. It might become a $2.50 Amazon gift card. No, I'm kidding. Oh yeah, Larry is part-time. Larry, at some point we can give you a part-time job. I was going to talk to you about it at some point. Let me try to get the stuff on the site done first that I got to get through with rewards and fix a few things on the homepage. But you want to come work for Sammy Guru, you can come work for us just as a researcher. You do a lot of work for us. You can do some research. You don't even have to write. You can just research for us part-time. We can figure it out.
Inside information for the new product pictures
he orders. He's always like looking at the update logs and sends me tips. He sends me tips every day. So, I've used 10 gigs of beta. Thanks for the info. It's about time. Visible. There you go. Yeah.
They show your data, how much data you've used now.
Yeah. Visible. They got a little tricky, but their new plan is pretty good. The Pro plan.
Yep.
Oh, one other thing I want to mention.
I was gonna say for anybody that has Visible now that was on the Plus plan, I had the 25 months of credits for the promo, and they let me roll that over to the Plus Pro plan. So I still only pay $30 a month for the Pro plan.
That's a great deal. That's actually a really good deal.
And I have like 23 months left of the promo, so. And people use my referral, so I pay like $10 a month for unlimited ultra wideband and hotspot and 4K streaming now.
You're going to be a huge winner for several months now. Anyway, I want to mention before we go, this is actually not a sponsor of the channel. They've never sent me anything for free. I've bought stuff from them. I probably should reach out to them. I'm just too lazy because if people don't reach out to me, I almost never reach out to them because I don't have enough time. I really like Kadabe. They just put their cases up for pre-order today for the S25 Ultra series. And they've got really nice cases. I highly recommend them. This is not an affiliate link, so I'm not making any money off of this one. But I bought one of each of them, and I'll have a video on them once they send them out. They're going to ship in the middle of the month, so like April 15th. But I highly recommend them. It was one of my favorite cases for the S24 Ultra, and that's why I bought this one. I mean, they got 3 different cases this time. Last year, they only had one, which was the sheath, but now they have 3 different cases. So if you're an S25 Ultra owner, I highly recommend kind of checking it out. I got the green one to match my Jade Green Ultra, so we'll see how it looks. I'll probably put a video of that on the Sammy Guru channel as well, because it won't do very well on my channel. Or I'll do a short. Maybe I'll do a YouTube short on it. We'll see. So, otherwise, next week we'll get with Tori and figure out the exact time next week. But maybe back to the regular schedule. We'll see. I don't know. We had a little more engagement today, so we might try to change the time a little bit. Otherwise, hold on. I gotta take this call. This is my mother-in-law. Hold on a second. Hey, hello, Shelley. What's up? Sorry, Colin. Hold on. This is my mother-in-law. I'll be right back.
I will play Jeopardy music now. I don't know Jeopardy music song. Yeah, 35 for life. Yeah, they have really good promos, and like at first it didn't let me keep the promo, and then somebody told me to try again, and I did, and it worked. So I was like, I'm definitely gonna upgrade because you get unlimited on 4G and 5G, and not just the ultra wideband now. So that was a good deal. Plus the extra hotspot, which I use time to time. Plus, I mean, if I can pay 30 for the upgraded plan when I'm paying 30 for the old plan, I might as well get the upgraded plan. So it was a win-win. But I don't know. I don't think it's updated yet on how much data I've used because it only updates. It only updates once an hour. So let's see. But I know I used like 3.3 gigs before this.
All right, sorry. My mother-in-law is watching our kids in Arizona, so I wanted to make sure there was nothing wrong, so I had to answer that. Luckily, nothing's wrong. She just had a question for me, but I didn't want to not answer if she had an emergency. So, anyway, next week we'll figure out the time for sure. Talk to Tori.
Yeah.
We might see about moving it a little bit, more in the daytime, not so late. I don't know if we can because we had more VIA people today at the maximum. We'll see. And we can try some different times. Again, I'm
We
pretty
did
much doing
schedule
this
this one like a week in advance too.
Yeah. I mean, I pretty much do this for fun just because I like it. We don't really make any money off the podcast right now. It's just for fun to engage with the people who like the content and like Samsung, and that's why I do it. I just enjoy doing it. So obviously, I have a cold today, and I still did it. And even if we get idiots like that guy
Yeah.
in the chat that I had to ban today, I still enjoy doing it regardless. So everybody, appreciate you guys coming out. I'll see you guys. Make sure to follow the site and everything. I have videos still. I have videos planned for the weekend, even though I'm in Vegas. I made some stuff before I left, so there'll be content. And we'll see you guys next week.
I'll be doing the short on the visible plans and the Mobile X this week too.
And look for Colin on the new Sammy Guru channel. I'll probably work something out. He can make a few long form things too. So
if you want me to do like a full visible review on there, I can do that too.
Yeah, maybe we'll get Colin to make
the most.
Maybe we'll get Colin to make a few screen protector reviews on SammyGuru because I don't ever do screen protectors. People keep telling me to do it.
I just had to put 2 new ones on because somehow I keep breaking the iPhone one. I get these like little cracks under it. So I have, what are they? Oh, the ESR ones. I put them on both my phones this time.
Yeah, people keep asking me to do this, and I don't use screen protectors. So maybe Colin can make some content showing people how to do screen protectors on Samsung phones because I don't use them. So anyway, we'll see you guys next week. Everybody have a great weekend. And until then, keep expanding your galaxy.
Expand. See you next week.